I'm Monica Mangan, and I believe that with enough creativity, your home can become exactly what you need it to be. Life is ever-changing, and sometimes our homes need to change along with it. Simple projects and a little ingenuity can have a big impact. Let's see what our homes can become. Kids doing any kind of schoolwork at home comes with its own set of challenges. My kids are easily distracted, constantly need snacks, and really, really messy. Recently, I created a home office for myself, but adults aren't the only ones that are more productive with a dedicated workspace. So this week, I'm turning my daughter's bedroom closet into a kid's workspace. Having the closet do double duty is a great option if you have a smaller size space without room for a desk. I'm hoping they use it for schoolwork, crafting, and basically anything that will keep my kids entertained for a long period of time. I know this is gonna be a big challenge, but I'm up for it. Even though this is technically still a closet, I want it to feel like it fits with the rest of the room. So I'm adding peel and stick faux brick wallpaper to the upper section of this back wall. Now, you guys know I love a good peel and stick paper, but this time I have an idea to level it up even more. First, we gotta get it on the wall, and then I'll show you what I got up my sleeve. I am going to put my peel and stick paper on the upper, like a little more than half, because next project is gonna be creating a desk area, and that's gonna come up 29 inches. So instead of wasting paper, I'm only gonna wallpaper to where the desk is actually gonna come to. First piece done. For my next piece, I'm gonna wanna make sure to match my pattern up, okay? So every wallpaper has a repeat to it. You need to find the correct pattern repeat. Like, this paper's pretty forgiving that I could line it up here, but that would look really silly to have just like a 2-inch brick. So before I cut my next piece, I'm gonna pull this up to the top, match up my pattern, trim my piece, carry on. I love this faux brick wallpaper. It is an awesome backdrop. I may or may not have taken a few selfies in front of it already. Selfie backdrop. But now I wanna get to the part where we level it up. I wanna add some fun pops of color to the brick. So I have 4 different color spray paints. I have a bunch of jumbo sponges. I'm gonna take this sponge, and it's luckily about the same size as my brick. This isn't my first rodeo. I knew what kind of sponges to buy. But I need to cut it to roughly the right width. Because I'm using spray paint, it's a little bit different. I'm actually gonna spray it right onto my sponge. My window's open. I am using spray paint inside. I'm gonna place it onto a brick, press it evenly, pull it off. It's just gonna add a little pop of color. Now it's just a matter of spraying and dabbing and spraying and dabbing. Oh, that one looks awesome. Middle of that one's not super dark, but again, that's kind of what's gonna make it look authentic, the imperfectness of it. I'm absolutely loving the way this looks. I like how it's just a little hint of color. It's not all over the place. Faux brick for the win. I love it. Now onto the actual space for doing some work. I want to build a desktop that will span the length of this closet. This way there's plenty of space to get things done, and it can accommodate multiple kids if needed. What I've done so far is mark off where my studs are, and then also give myself a level line all the way around. I want my desk to be 29.5 inches. That's going to accommodate everything I have planned. I'm going to be using 2x4s as a ledger board. They're going to support the weight of the desk. And what I'm using, heavy duty lag screw. All right, my left and right sides are in. Now for the back ledger board. Now all I need to do is install my desktop. This was the size that this project panel board came in. So it's 20 inches deep, which is plenty for a desk. Just tack it in with my nail gun along the edges. My desktop is nice and secure, left side, right side, and along the back. But you'll notice, since it's so large, there's a little bounce to it right here in the middle. What I did is I actually built this to a certain height to accommodate a small cube unit. This can tuck perfectly under It almost acts as a divider between two separate workspaces, which I also really like. All I need to do is make sure I'm perfectly centered, and then I'm just gonna put a couple tiny nails down into it to hold it nice and secure. I am loving this desktop. I know my kids are going to as well. But the one thing I do want to keep in mind is this is still a closet. And even though my daughter didn't hang up many clothes, she still had some, and I want to make sure that I allow storage for that. So here's my idea. There's a bit of hidden space on the left and the right side of this closet, and I'm gonna utilize that. One side is gonna get very small clothing racks and upper level, and then the other side is gonna have built-in shelves so that we can put some bins and just any sort of organization that we need. As the final steps for this build, I'm using painted yardsticks as trim to add a little playful whimsy, and drilling a couple holes to accommodate some desk lamps and hide the cords. I love the challenge of thinking about everyday items in different ways. We had this old filing cabinet sitting in our basement, and I guarantee you my kids have no important papers that need to be filed away, but I think it'll work great under the desk as additional storage. I just want to make one little change to it first. I want to add a base that has wheels so it's easily mobile underneath the desk and can be pulled in and out if needed. Got my bottom piece cut down to size. Check. That works. Now, one thing I want to do before I attach it on, you are going to see the edge of this, so I'm going to quickly hit it with some dark spray paint. This wood block is going to give me just a bit more stability to the bottom here so that I can put wheels on. Now, all of my child's very important papers will always stay filed. Storage and organization are key to any good workspace. When it comes to kids, that's doubly true. When it comes to kids with tons of crafting and school supplies, that's 1,000,000 times true. 1,000,000 times true? 1,000,000 times true. I have a bunch of mini projects and hacks for everyday items that are gonna bring some storage, organization, and style to this workspace. Get ready for a time lapse. I have a super fun lighting solution for this kid's workspace. I have a set of puck lights that are all controlled by a remote. I can turn them on, and what my daughter and my kids are gonna love is that they turn all different colors. So this is just a really fun way that I can add a little bit of accent lighting without having to get into a huge electric project, but I know that my daughter's gonna absolutely love these. I mean, anything with a remote, huge win. You guys, how about this transformation? I can't even believe that this was a closet just a little while ago. I love the color, it inspires creativity, it has organization, it has storage, it still has some of my kids' clothes. I hope this project inspires you to think differently about your home. And remember that what I'm doing in my home can be translated into yours. So it doesn't have to be a bedroom closet. Maybe you have a guest room. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this kid's workspace. Also, keep telling me what kind of spaces you want to see more of, what kind of transformations you need help with. I'm so excited reading your comments and thinking about ways that I can come up with new episodes and new makeovers that can inspire you guys. And make sure that you're subscribed to the Lowe's YouTube channel. You don't want to miss a single makeover. Thanks, friends.